ये सही है कि मेरा छठवां चुनाव है, लेकिन जैसे पिछले 5 चुनावों में मेरे साथ जनता का भी आशीर्वाद था, माताजी का भी आशीर्वाद था, ऐसे ही इस समय भी वो आशीर्वाद रहेगा और बहुत अच्छे वोटों से मैं चुनकर आऊँगा।
बात ऐसी है कि मुख्यमंत्री का हाईकमांड जो है, उनके पास जो शिवसेना बची है, वो शिवसेना का हाईकमांड होता है दिल्ली में, अमित शाह जी के घर पर। हाँ, जब हमारी शिवसेना है ओरिजिनल बाला साहब ठाकरे जी की, उनको कभी सीट शेयरिंग के लिए दिल्ली में जाने की नौबत नहीं आई। उस वक्त प्रमोद महाजन जी, गोपीनाथ राव मुंडे जी या लालकृष्ण आडवाणी साहब मुंबई में आते थे, बाला साहब ठाकरे जी के साथ, उद्धव जी के साथ बैठकर पूरा सीटों का बंटवारा होता था।
All right, the latest news break coming in right now. The Maharashtra-Mumbai battle has heated up, especially where the seat of Worli is concerned. Milind Deora versus Aditya Thackeray in Worli. That could be the big bout that will play out in Mumbai-Worli seat. Milind Deora will now take on Aditya Thackeray. Milind Deora has joined the Eknath Shinde Sena. Aditya Thackeray, the young scion of Uddhav Thackeray Sena. And Aditya Thackeray has said that he will stop Shinde loot in Maharashtra. Milind Deora has responded, it's Worli now. That means both dynasts there coming off from our democratic newsroom, facing off with each other where the Worli seat is concerned. Joining me for more on that, Rajdeep Sardesai. Rajdeep, we were just discussing, dynastic politics a short while back right here in the studio. And now that big bot battle taking, place in Worli.
Yes, Preeti, thank you very much. That could be quite a battle from Worli if it does turn out to be Aditya Thackeray and Milind Deora facing off with each other. Now remember, Aditya Thackeray became the first member of the Thackeray family to actually contest an election and then win it in Worli. It's a redrawn constituency which includes a large Marathi-speaking population, but also very cosmopolitan. There are other communities out there as well, large Dalit population as well. It is a seat which has become a prestige battle in more ways than one. Aditya Thackeray hoping to retain it, but Eknath Shinde, by putting up Milind Deora, sending out a message that we are not going to leave any safe seat or so-called safe seat for the Shiv Sena UBT. The irony, of course, Preeti, is that Aditya Thackeray and Milind Deora claim to be personal friends. They share WhatsApp messages, and a few years ago there were even reports that Milind Deora would join the Shiv Sena of Aditya Thackeray, at the time a united Shiv Sena, if he was given a Rajya Sabha seat. Milind Deora now a Rajya Sabha MP. There was pressure on him to possibly even contest South Mumbai. He didn't do that in the Lok Sabha. Will he do it in the Vidhan Sabha? It'll be an interesting contest. And the aim seems to be to lock in Aditya Thackeray and force him to spend more time in Worli. But either way, it just shows how the Maharashtra elections, Preeti, is dividing not just families, but also friends. If Aditya Thackeray and Milind Deora can be friends, but they are in many ways representing a much more cosmopolitan new Mumbai. Both in a sense, Aditya Thackeray went to a college in South Mumbai, Milind Deora schooled there. So that cosmopolitanism may well be reflected in what happens in the election in Worli. I asked Milind Deora about it a short while ago, and he said, even if I contest, I'm not going to make it personal. But it is going to be bitter, I believe, because the two sides will treat it as a prestige battle.
Well, he has confirmed it, Rajdeep. It does seem that this is what it's going to look like in terms of this mega bout which will be taking place in South Mumbai, viewers. On the seat of Worli, Milind Deora facing off with Aditya Thackeray, Eknath Shinde Sena facing off with the UBT, Uddhav Sena. Let's cut across and bring in our other guests as well. Along with Rajdeep Sardesai, I have with me Sudhir Suryavanshi, senior journalist, Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist, Sanjay Kumar, co-director, Lokniti, CSDS. I want to quickly cut across to Sudhir Suryavanshi first. Mr. Suryavanshi, many battles which are going to be taking place, which will be high profile. Of course, Ajit Pawar facing off with his nephew one, and the latest right now coming in, playing out not very far from where you're sitting in Worli.
Yeah. I'm sitting at Nariman Point, not Worli. That is Worli, the extended part of the Sobo. As Rajdeep has, rightly pointed out, I think first time I am also seeing, father is the father, son, father, daughter, brother, like Ashish Shalari, Mumbai BJP president, his brother Vinod Shalari is also contesting. Then a husband, wife. There are many. I think this election is all about the families and the relatives election. This is very different kind of election we are seeing in Maharashtra. Now, if you see in New Bombay itself, Ganesh Naik, who is a BJP sitting MLA, is contesting from the Airoli. While his son was denied ticket, his name is Sandeep Naik. He switched over to the Sharad Pawar led NCP. He got the tutari as a symbol. So, in this election, if anybody is denied ticket, they are easily switching over the different parties or even threatening to contest as an independent. There are many independents in this election. I can see the scenario as it was there in 1995. Many independents were in the fray, and the same situation is there because seats are limited and candidates are more, and everybody is aspirant. And this multipolar fight, everybody sees that they have also got a chance to win. So why not, fight the election? Let's fight the election. So many people are fighting the election, and many are aspirant. And I don't know what kind of verdict the Maharashtra will throw. Whether it will again, give the clear mandate, or it will give the confusion mandate. Then post-war election, we have very limited days to sort out all these khichadis and raita that will be spread in the Maharashtra. It's very tough to say all these things.
All right, khichdi and raita, but Sanjay Kumar, very interesting right now with all that's playing out, other than the high-profile big face-offs, a lot of independents in the fray as well, even though seat sharing not announced. But Sanjay Kumar, a lot of independents in the fray. We saw a very small micro example, of course, Maharashtra, a massive state, but a micro example of that, Sanjay Kumar, in the state of Haryana. How important the independents could come to be in Maharashtra, Sanjay Kumar?
But recollect what happened in Haryana, Preeti, right now. Yes, there were large number of political parties which were contesting. At least there were 4 kinds of alliances, one Congress, BJP, and then there were 2 alliances. But look at the votes polled by the 2 major parties in Haryana, BJP and the Congress. Roughly, they managed to poll 79–80% vote. So despite large number of political parties in the fray, despite large number of independent contesting election, the 2 parties managed to corner a very large number of votes, much bigger share compared to what used to be in the past Haryana Assembly election. The point I am trying to say is that even there are large number of political parties, independent contesting election in Maharashtra, but I think the contest seems to be heading for a bipolar contest between the 2 alliances. And a very large number of voters don't want to waste their vote. They would either go for one alliance partner or the other alliance partner. There would be large number of independents, but I don't think that they would make such a huge difference that Maharashtra Assembly could be a hung assembly and independents would be holding the key to which party forms the government in Maharashtra. I think that's not going to be the situation in Maharashtra because an average Indian voter doesn't want to waste the vote.
Amitabh Tiwari, do you concur with Sanjay Kumar? Because if it's going to be intensely bipolar, then many would also suggest that the role of independents becomes that more interesting. Even if they chip away that little bit from either sides could matter in the long run.
Yeah, so essentially what we saw in Haryana is that the independents or smaller parties did not win significantly higher number of seats. But we have to see on how many seats they actually damage the prospects of Congress or BJP or vice versa. So on 29 seats, the candidate who was third got higher votes than margin of victory. On 17 seats, that candidate damaged Congress, and on 12 seats, they damaged the BJP. So on a net basis, they damaged Congress in 5 seats. So while they might not be able to win and may not force a hung assembly, however, that is also not ruled out. However, as Sanjay ji has said, voters are giving clear mandates. The number of hung verdict mandates you could see only last in Haryana and probably in Meghalaya in 2023. So, but they could damage the prospects of parties. We already have a rebel on the seat of Harshvardhan Patil, who joined NCP SP from BJP. We already have a significant rebel there. So smaller parties, independents, always have had a role in Maharashtra politics, around 25% vote share, 25 to 30 seats. It's not how much they will win, but as vote cutters, on how many seats and whose prospects they will damage. That will become the key in the end to the story of Maharashtra.
Well, that would become the key in the end of the story of Maharashtra. How much of vote could the independents actually cut? But Sudhir Suryavanshi, while both the alliances would want to project an image that they are well and united, it does seem right now, at least from where we are standing, that the Aghadi seemingly a lot more issues where seat sharing is concerned than the Mahayuti.
Whatever if you see in Mahayuti and Aghadi, both are having the similar kind of problem. In Maha Vikas Aghadi, there are 15 seats which are more disputed seats, while in Mahayuti there are 30 seats. In Maha Vikas Aghadi, they are dispute over the project in the chief minister phase. Same with the Maha Vikas, Mahayuti also. They don't want the project Eknath Shinde as the chief minister phase. Ajit Pawar and Devendra Fadnavis hold the card close to the chest because both are the long-time aspirant. Ajit Pawar is a long-time aspirant and Devendra Fadnavis is an aspirant from last 2.5 years for the chief minister. So things are playing in a different way. Therefore, Shinde is also, there is news that he is also in touch with the Sharad Pawar. They are having the dialogue underhand, which seats they should support or not support, which seat they should, put the rebellion also. If you see, for example, many seats where the BJP has declared the candidate, where Shinde, the people who belong to Shinde Shiv Sena, they are rebelling there, many seats. It is Thane, Kalyan.
So Sudhir Suryavanshi, I just got on to what, what you were saying right now, and it's something that we were discussing right before the show, because anything can happen in Maharashtra, because the word or speculation is that the Shinde faction now in touch with the Sharad Pawar faction. What could that actually mean? Because there seem to be two strong points where either sides of the alliance is concerned right now.
There is one focal point for both of them. Both of them don't want the BJP grow. Shinde want BJP to grow, but at a limited space, because he wants to continue as the chief minister. If BJP gets the more number, BJP will throw him in the dustbin, and the BJP will make his own person as chief minister. And the same Sharad Pawar also want in Maharashtra. BJP should be restricted, and it should be restricted so that his party and the other alliance partner can take more space. So they have got to equal, one enemy and fighting for the same battle. Therefore, their interests are the same.
Rajdeep, I want to bring you in on this because, speculation aside on who's in touch with who, Sudhir Suryavanshi touched in on that. But if you look at both sides of the alliance, look at the Maha Vikas Aghadi at one end and you look at the Mahayuti at one end. As per you, the weakest links and the strong ones where these alliances are concerned. The weakest first. What is the weakest link on either sides of the divide?
Well, I think the weakest links clearly, Preeti, on either side as of now. For the MVA, the Shiv Sena UBT has to get its act together. They are the ones who've suffered the biggest loss in cadres, especially in the Mumbai, Konkan, Thane area, where Eknath Shinde, and particularly after the Ladki Bahin Mukhyamantri scheme, has become a more popular figure. And he's got resources and he's got cadres. The Thackerays have emotion and the surname on their side. So I think UBT Sena is going to have to get their act together. And I think Ajit Pawar is still playing catch-up versus Sharad Pawar in the Western Maharashtra region. So given the fact that there are 58 seats in Western Maharashtra, given the fact that between Konkan and Mumbai you're looking again at 50 plus seats, I think these are the two key areas.
Rajdeep, and the strong ones in the alliance, with many seem to suggest Eknath Shinde and of course Sharad Pawar on the other.
You mean the stronger leaders? The strongest leader at the moment for the MVA appears to be Sharad Pawar. He is focusing on strike rate. Canny Sharad Pawar is focusing on getting the maximum number of winning seats. It's not about whether I get 100 seats to fight, but how many can I win? I think when it comes to the Mahayuti, clearly Shinde's popularity has risen in the last few months and he's become a pretty strong figure. He's also playing a major role in context of Maratha politics in Marathwada, where this election could well be won and lost. But eventually, the largest region of Maharashtra is Vidarbha. 62 seats, and that's going to be primarily BJP versus Congress, and will decide who becomes party number one. all of this is up in the air. I think the X factor, Preeti, is the Ladki Bahin scheme. If this scheme works to consolidate women voters as it appeared to do in Madhya Pradesh, then I think the Mahayuti is very much in pole position. But after what happened in Haryana and the Lok Sabha elections, I don't want to predict anything, certainly not in my home state.
Sanjay Kumar, let's just look at, what we just spoke of, where the Uddhav Sena is concerned vis-a-vis Eknath Shinde Sena. And you look at the Lok Sabha results, it really does seem that, at least for now, it is the Uddhav Sena who seems to be a lot more insecure going into this election.
I'm not sure whether Uddhav Sena is very insecure compared to Shinde Sena. Yes, there are factors which tilts in favor of Shinde Sena, because he is the chief minister, he is in the ruling party, and there are chances that party workers try to side or wishes to side with the party which is the ruling party, wishes to side with the leader which is in power of position, because you can get all kinds of benefit from that. But if you look at the verdict of the Lok Sabha elections 2024, I don't get a sense that there is a huge difference between the two Shiv Senas. Yes, you get a sense that there is a huge difference when it comes to the two sections of the NCP, because Ajit Pawar performed very badly. But I think the two sides of Shiv Sena are more or less of equal strength. If I go by the past electoral verdict, let's see how things unfold in the coming assembly election.
Amitabh Tiwari, do you concur?
No, essentially, if you see in terms of vote shares, as per my analysis, UBT has around 60% of the original vote of Shiv Sena, and Eknath Shinde has around 40%. Whereas on the NCP side, it is 75-25, 75 with Sharad Pawar and 25 with Ajit Pawar. That said, of the 75 seats in Thane, Konkan and Mumbai region, UBT has an edge in Mumbai, whereas Eknath Shinde has an edge in Thane, Konkan. The problem for UBT is that even BJP is strong in Mumbai region. So the lead which they had in terms of assembly seats was only 4 seats. Of the 36, MVA 120 and the Mahayuti 116. Whereas in Thane, Konkan, Congress does not have a significant presence, neither does NCP Sharad Pawar. So the lead there which Mahayuti had was 27 and 12. That's a big lead. It's because in pocket of Thane Konkan, Shiv Sena UBT does not get the reciprocity of vote transfer from a Congress and NCP SP. And that is why he is looking for more seats to contest in Vidarbha, in Marathwada and elsewhere, because here he realizes that the battle could be even between Shinde and him in terms of seats. Vote share conversion to seats. And of the 65 seats,
isn't that one of the main issues why it's problematic right now where the Maha Vikas Aghadi is concerned? Because it seems Uddhav Thackeray wants to compensate on what he feels he could lose in the Konkan area and Mumbai with that of seats coming in from East Vidarbha.
Yeah, so essentially of the 65 seats which Shiv Sena has...
Maha Vikas Aghadi...
Yeah, Mr. Suryavanshi, go ahead, sir, quickly.
Yeah. In Maha Vikas Aghadi, I was just at a NCP, YB Chavan only talking with many leaders. So in Maha Vikas Aghadi, NCP Sharad Pawar faction has to play the 2020, Congress has to play 2020, but Uddhav Thackeray wants to play, test match and the score like a test match only. So the more burden is on the Sharad Pawar and the Rahul Gandhi Congress party. And I don't know how Uddhav Thackeray will catch up both. If he really perform well, then there are chances of Maha Vikas Aghadi coming back to the power. If Uddhav Thackeray again perform like the Lok Sabha, then their chances get narrowed down.
Well, that's a lot of pressure where Uddhav Thackeray is concerned, and you can see that pressure, especially where the talks are concerned in seat sharing. But I appreciate all 4 gentlemen for joining us. Thank you there. This is something that is going to be spoken of in detail in days to come. And you can trust us to get you the latest on what is a high-impact election. Stakes are high. Returns will be higher on this one. A quick break. Stay with us. On the other side, we'll cover.